Howdy do everybody, my name's Erin, welcome back to my channel. This is the second video on this channel, and this video I'm going to be discussing some serious topics that happened in my experience in school, in middle school through my senior year of high school. In this, I'm going to be focusing on abuse, bullying, and racism. Most of these is my own experience, except the last one, which is focusing on racism. It's not my story, but it happened to a friend of mine, and it actually gained some attention from local news and Black Twitter. That's what they call themselves. So yeah, let's get started. First up is abuse. I had this teacher in my 7th and 8th grade year of middle school, and let's call her Karen. She was one of the worst teachers I've ever had. This is why. She basically abused the kids. My younger sibling had a classmate, actually. My younger sibling is only 2 years younger than me, but at this school, it was an elementary school and middle school put together, and they just called it an elementary school. Their middle school wasn't anywhere in the name. But anyway, one of my siblings' classmates, they were in PE, and one of my siblings' classmates, he was kind of a heavier set, he was bigger, and Karen, she lined the class up on one of the lines of the basketball court and said that if you don't exercise, you're gonna look like this, and she pointed to the kid, basically saying that he was unhealthy, even though he was actually kind of okay for his age. I only heard about this, so I don't know how true it is, but knowing who Karen is, I wouldn't be surprised. Apparently, she stomped on a kid's foot and slapped her across the face. I don't know why, but I don't know why. And in my experience, we had the option, if we didn't want to do the activity that day, we had the choice to walk around the perimeter of the gym for the entire half hour. So that's what I usually did because I don't really like sports. And one day she was having the class play kickball, and I was walking around the perimeter of the gym, and she said, "Hey Erin, come play kickball instead." And I said, no, I don't want to. I just want to walk the perimeter of the gym. And she walked up to me, grabbed me by the arm hard enough that after I still had a red handprint on my arm, and she dragged me across the gym, literally grabbed my arm and dragged me. So yeah, that's the abuse that's happened in my experience in school. Topic 2, bullying. When I lived in Germany, my 6th grade year, this was my last year living in Germany. I was just starting out middle school, and the school had these things called bullying boxes. So if you ever experience or witness bullying, you could write it down and put it in the box, and the school would try to take care of it. These 2 girls, I had gym with them. We had the option after gym to shower, but we had to make it quick because there's only 5 minutes between classes. And so to make it go faster, these 2 girls that I knew, they decided to shower together, and somebody saw this and started spreading a rumor that they were lesbians and they were dating, and everybody started bullying them. So I wrote about it on one of the slips and put it in the bullying box, and I don't know if that ever got resolved. And another time with the bullying box, we had this teacher, let's call him Mr. Consonant. I'd overheard some kids saying that he was fat, even though he wasn't. He was a little bigger, but he wasn't fat, really. This made me really mad, and they were bullying him behind his back, so I wrote about it, put it in the bullying box. And the next day, in Mr. Consonant's class, this scared me. It really scared me, and I didn't own up to it or anything. Before starting the lesson, he stood up and he said that some students were talking about him, and it got the attention of the school board, and apparently they contacted his doctor, and the doctor called him and it scared me. It scared me so much I never owned up to being the one that made the school board pay attention to it. Lastly, racism. Back in December of my senior year, this past year, I never really witnessed any acts of racism because of where I moved around a lot, being from a military family. And all the kids that you meet, they're different, so you don't really witness this type of thing because your kid's experiencing the same thing pretty much. But anyway, after moving back to the States, that's when I really started to notice that racism was a real thing. And as I was saying, December of my senior year in my theater class, some kids were laughing backstage before one of our shows, and they were saying the N-word. A lot of us brought it to the attention of the teacher, so in the following day in class, my classmate Macy, she brought it up once again, telling everybody that since she's black, it makes her very uncomfortable. And I'm so glad she brought it up again, because it really needed to be addressed. But that wasn't the end of it. She made an Instagram post. It keeps getting taken down, but she got added to a group chat. I have the post up right here. She got added to a group chat with a bunch of jrotc kids, and some of those kids were in our theater class. And I'm going to read off her post. She gave me permission. She said I don't have to change her name or anything. I will link her post in the description of this video so you can check it out, see the screenshots. It's horrific, honestly. So the caption says, "Yesterday I experienced something that no person should ever have to experience. I am a sophomore at Madison Southern High School, where racism has always been a problem, but I never expected anything like this to happen to me. Early on in the school year, I had a problem with a senior who called me the N-word while playing kickball. I told the principal, and he dealt with it, in quotations. For the past 2 years, I've been fighting with the school board. I've been trying to make them take racially charged incidents seriously. I went to a teacher when someone called me the N-word, and the teacher told me that they were sure the student didn't mean it like that. For the past 2 years, I have had to sit through my teachers and classmates reading the N-word out of books that the teachers chose for us to read. I told the teacher how uncomfortable this made me, and she told me that it's her class and she gets to make the ultimate decision. I went to the principal and the superintendent about kids wearing the rebel flag, and I was told our hands are tied. All of these events reached a boiling point when I got a request on Snapchat from a Southern student. I accepted the request because I figured they had seen me around school, but then that person added me to a group chat of Madison Southern ROTC students, including the kid who I had issues with before. In this group chat, they called me the N-word multiple times and made fun of me and my willingness to speak up for what's right. This was a premeditated attack on me by people I had never even spoken to nor heard of. They say since they're seniors, there's nothing I can do about it, but I can use my voice. The most powerful weapon God gave me. I believe that this whole encounter could have been avoided if my school would have been more serious about the way they deal with these situations. We need more than just a slap on the wrist when dealing with racism. All of these seniors will still be graduating from Madison Southern High School. I won't stop bringing attention to these situations. Please share this to help bring awareness to this situation as we pursue further legal action. Help me untie their hands." That post went viral, and it got the attention of the local news, Black Twitter, and I will be linking her post, as I said before, in the description below. Thank you for watching this. This is kind of a weird video, but I really wanted to bring awareness to all this. Insane how teachers and students get away with this kind of stuff. It is insane. But again, thank you, and thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and come back later for a new video. Bye.